Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as always, to DVW Table Talk. I am your host, as always, Tony Sparacio. We got quite the show for you tonight as we talk about the fallout of DVW King of the Hill. What a show it was. One of the biggest, if not the biggest event we have ever broadcasted for you. It has been an honor calling that show for you, and it's just been so much fun to look at the fallout, the reception it's gotten, and just without further ado, well, we're already experiencing troubles. Oh well, the show must go on, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. Wait. No, we're good. It is time to talk about the fallout of King of the Hill with our first guest. He hasn't been on the show in a while, but he is here to make a certain statement, not really regarding King of the Hill, but what will come from King of the Hill. Please give a warm welcome to Brandon Ace. Welcome to the show, Brandon. Brandon, your mic.
Yes, I'm here.
How are you doing tonight, Brandon?
Doing terrible considering the fact to make me wait this long.
Well, I apologize. We had some graphical issues. We're getting certain people here. A lot of people were running late, unfortunately, but you are here for a reason. And before we get into that certain reason, I think we both know what you're about to say. Let's talk about what happened at King of the Hill. You and your partner, Michael Carter, your family even, Damian Ace and Xavier Williams, all participated in the King of the Hill Battle Royal. Now, what was it like to be in such a monumentous match, a historical match in DVW, a match that will be remembered through the annals of time? What was it like being a part of that?
Well, I would say it's exciting. Would have been a lot better if me or Carter would have won it, but it is what it is. But in any case, it was okay.
And any what would you say about that one historic elimination from one drunkard Jimmy who eliminated your own half brother Xavier Williams? But despite your feelings against drunkard Jimmy, were you kind of satisfied at that? Because I know you and Xavier have quite the troubled past.
Well, I wouldn't lie and say I was laughing my ass off, to tell you the truth. But if I'm drunk or Jimmy, I probably will watch my back because Xavier's the type of guy that does hold a grudge. So chances are Jimmy is probably going to get hurt badly.
Interesting. Now, I alluded to it earlier, and I'm going to ask you about this little inquiry that you wanted to be on the show for, and it regards the tag team champions. Am I correct on there?
Yes, those Scottish clowns, current tag champions.
Mm-hmm. Go on. Is there something you would like to say about WMD and their tag titles?
Oh, my bad, I thought you were gonna say something. Anyways, hey, Scottish clowns, I'm issuing you a challenge. How about you put those lovely tag team titles on the line? And what do you want better? We'll put our Apex tag titles on the line. 2 belts. Only one tag team can be considered double tag team champions. I'll be waiting for your damn response.
Mm. We'll see about the response. I'm not sure about the part with Apex due to them unfortunately no longer being a affiliate of DVW. I'm not sure if we can really pull those strings anymore, but we'll see what we can do. If they would like to accept that challenge,
Fair
I know
enough.
it would be a very exciting match, of course.
True. And also,
Um,
those tag team titles need to be on a true team. Because let's be honest, look at those clowns holding those prestigious tag team belts. Is that a team that you really want to have representing your company? Is that what you want to put on a poster? Disgusting. Ugh.
I mean,
Like,
they are former ASW tag team champions, and they were trained under the one and only War Chief Malcolm Black. So
and
though you're not
uh, hey,
very fond of them, you can definitely say they have the lineage already, and they have the tutelage to become a great team. Wouldn't you say?
yeah, but yes, but here's the thing. Guess what? We were the first ASW tag team champions. Also, the first ever two-time, along with being former GPW tag champions, along with other tag team belts we've gone after. And also, I can care less who they got trained by, because it doesn't matter. We've beaten the best teams there is in this community. WMD would be no different.
And what would you say about the fact that you actually you have never beaten WMD when there are a set of tag titles on the line? Your final ASW tag team title reign ended when WMD beat you guys. What do you say to the idea that when it happens 2-on-2 for a set of tag titles, WMD almost all the time goes out on top?
Well, the thing about it is, we underestimate them the first time, but this time, we're gonna take them seriously because we know what they are capable of. And when those tag team titles are on the line, we will take them, and DVW will finally have a tag team that management and the fans that will truly appreciate.
Hmm. Well, very interesting. We'll have to see what happens when all that happens. When it happens, we don't know, but we'll see. Thank you so much for coming on, Brandon Ace. Everybody give a round of applause for the Charm City player, Brandon Ace.
Whatever. I'm out.
Man, what a moody son of a gun. I alluded to certain stuff happening. I allude to certain stuff happening at certain pay-per-views, and I believe I was supposed to say this before Brandon was coming on, but fuck it. It's live. It's live, it's uncooked, uncensored. So I'm going to present the next two pay-per-views. That's right, two. This month of February, we will be giving you two pay-per-views for the price of one. Come. Let me get the dates straight real quick. On February the 27th, DVW World of Tomorrow will be going live. And the next night, on the 28th, DVW Undisputed for the Table Time roster. World of Tomorrow, of course, being a 3D exclusive pay-per-view. You're not gonna want to miss all the new generation talent that will be happening there, and you're not gonna want to miss what the DVW Table Time audience, what the DVW Table Time roster will bring to you. Come, DVW Undisputed. But a man that's also looking to get a proper shot at DVW Undisputed is my next guest of the night. It is going to be the one and only first ever DVW. What the hell? It'll be the first first ever DVW Legacy Champion, the one, the only Cody Hagan. Wow, no applause.
You fucked up, but you did good.
I guess the fans don't like you as much here in the studio right now, Cody. What do you have to say about that?
What the fuck?
Well, nevertheless, Cody, at DVW King of the Hill, you were in the DVW Legacy Championship match, a belt that you helped create, but you were the first one eliminated. What are your feelings on that?
It should have been a triple threat match because I would have kicked and killed Cywer and Tracy. I don't know why DVW management decided to add Crimson to this. I don't know why. But don't worry. One day I'll get back to that belt I created.
Interesting.
But for now,
What was that?
for now, Sour, you can enjoy your reign. You can enjoy your reign for now. But when I get back on the hunt for that belt, I'm coming stronger than ever. Speaking of someone who had a successful title defense, but had cheating to do with it, that'd be Max Maximus, aka Silver Balls.
Smart Mark Sterling?
Oh, Max Maximus.
So, wait, what are you saying about Max?
Been holding on to that U.S. title for quite some time. You've been holding on that title. It seems like no one has ever taken that title off of you. No one has ever decided to dethrone you. Well, tonight, because the next DVW PPV event, I'm calling your ass out.
Whoa.
Calling your
Laying
ass
challenge
out.
for Max Maximus.
Yeah, I'm calling his ass out for a shot at the United States Championship.
Interesting.
He's been champion for a damn long time. But there's one tiny blemish that you've been U.S. champion. You've been hanging around with a bunch of crooks, with a bunch of, well, assholes of Money Inc. You know, in my history, you know how much I have hatred, bitter hatred, for Duke, Diane, and the rest of the fucking group. Max, you're the first one. I'm coming to take the belt off of you.
Interesting. So you're laying out that challenge for Undisputed, is what you're saying.
Am I?
Interesting. And
Max, I want to hear your response. Do you got the Elijah Maverick? Like to say, do you got the cojones? Do you got the balls?
well, I don't think any of them are in the studio right now, so we'll have to wait on their response. We'll see if that all happens. Let's talk about what happened at GPW Outlaw, the first episode of season 5 for GPW Outlaw, and a certain Franco Ricci called you out. If I'm correct?
Yeah, first off, I didn't expect Franco to call me out. Because literally, on that day, I was just chilling at home, stepping on game fuel, and watching some good GPW. I did not know Franco was gonna call my ass out. Because I'm self-centered, I'm selfish, I'm gold hungry. You know what? I took it to Twitter, saying I'm selfish. You're the one who's obsessed with me. And what happened? What happened? What happened? You lost to Aaron Wyatt. If you're so obsessed with me, it seems like you want me to face you for the television championship. But it seems already that you already got some heavy contenders. Anthony Moretti, Aaron Wyatt. It seems like you want to add me to this. You know what? Fine by me. Fine by me. Because if it is a fatal four-way match, I'm gonna come for that title because time, the 2021, I come for a championship and I earn it white way. So I'm putting in a statement and I'm making a mark. You may be obsessed with me. You may say I'm selfish. You may say I'm self-centered. I'm none of that. I left Lycos in the first place because of Tracy. I didn't leave because I was thinking about anything about betraying you. Tracy was the first person of the cracks. So if you're gonna blame anyone for me leaving Reckless, I'd like to blame Tracy.
So you're saying you're throwing your hat into the GPW television title picture as well?
Franco wants me in the picture. I'll be in the damn picture.
Well, good luck with that. Good luck with your aspirations for the DVW United States Champion. And thank you for being on the show, Cody Hagan. Everybody, a round of applause.
Before I leave, Matt Woods, you're doing a damn good job.
All right, there he goes. Now on to our next guest, who made a shocking debut at DVW, King of the Hill, the one and only Crimson!
Okay, cut the formalities. You don't speak. The camera people, anybody else in this crew, shut your fucking mouths, okay? Listen. I'm here to talk. I'm not here to be nice. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to talk. Because you offered to bring me on, and then you gave me a live mic. So I'm going to fucking talk, okay? So, why am I in DVW? Yes. Oh, wait, I don't want you to talk. Shut up. Guess. It's because they recognize my value. Everywhere I go, I make magic. I am the main motherfucking event. So everybody in that locker room, whether it's Ortiz or Darrow or even Lance, I'm watching you at all times. And just because my sights aren't on you now doesn't mean they won't be in the future. But why was I in the Legacy title match? Because I talk all the time about how I've been around for years. I was here before half these guys on this roster were around. They weren't here when I was here. I took a break and I came back. And you know what happened when I came back? Siler Jordan was at the top of everything. And I had to start back at the bottom. I would be where he is if I didn't leave. So I am here to take what should have been mine. And sure, he didn't have that title walking in there, but it wasn't about the title. It was really about him. The title would have been nice. It would have validated everything I've been saying for the past 6 months. But listen, now that he has the title, it's like intertwined. You understand what I'm saying? You can't give me a match with him without having that belt on the line, because I know him well enough that he will hold on to that until whenever I get to him, because he has never beaten me anytime we've ever stepped in the ring together. And that, you can verify that anytime you would like. There's footage of every time I've been in the ring with him, I won. I am his kryptonite, And he has everything I should have had if I stuck around. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. DVW gave me a contract, and I saw my opportunity, and I took it. So I'm going to go through whatever channels. I don't care if I have to beat the entire fucking locker room. I'm going to get to him. And then I'm going to pin him or make him tap out like I did the last time I saw him, because I have his number. I am everything he wishes to be, and the only reason he has all of the success is because I stepped out of the ring. You get that? You get that? Did they pick that up? I hope he's listening. I hope he understands this entire segment. The entire reason I am on here is to tell him to his face, wherever he may be, I am watching, I am waiting, and if it not now, eventually. It's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when, because I will tap out and break anybody's back who stands in my way, whether it's Cody Hagan, that big old motherfucker, or Christian Tracy. Doesn't matter. Whoever else was in that match, I'll fight them one-on-one and win. It doesn't matter. I have to get to him. And it could be tomorrow. It could be 10 months from now. I'm going to take that championship away from him. And that's the be-all, end-all. That's the reason I inked the contract. That's why I'm here talking to all of you. That is my sole motivation right now. And after that, who knows? Who knows? I don't think anybody wants to know, because I'm going to make him look like a joke.
Where'd our cameras go? Okay, we're back on. Apologies for that, folks. For some reason, when Crimson left, our cameras cut off. But nevertheless, the show must go on. Crimson not letting me get a word in. Otherwise, he just went all in with his segment. Didn't need or want any questions. So I guess we're gonna move on to our next interview of the evening. It is going to be a man that survived the Invitational. That's right, the current, reigning, and defending DVW.
No, there is no new I am the table's champion. There is no new anything. There is only me. I've spent days since that fucking paper. Ooh. Ortiz, let me stare directly into the camera so you know I'm dead serious. Ortiz, you got lucky. You picked up scraps of someone far out of my league. You are not the champion unless I say so. You haven't gotten my blessing. You got one shot, kid. And it's probably gonna end up being the end of you. You are on thin ice. I am far from done. As God is my witness, I'm either gonna get that belt. I'm either gonna get it back or I'm gonna die trying.
Oh, Jimmy Darrow, what a statement made. Interrupting the broadcast and just storming the stage when we were supposed to have our champion, our new DVW I'm the Table's champion, right here. Is he here? I think he's in the building. What? Is he on his way? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I think he's on his way. Ortiz, after Darrow just came in and put him on notice. Wait a minute. Here he comes, the current reigning and defending DVW I Am the Table's champion. Extreme Ortiz is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Glad to have you on the show. Ortiz, I thought we weren't going to have you on. I was worried Jimmy Dog did something to you. I'm glad you're okay.
Nah, I was just trying.
Okay, thank you. Thank God. So let's talk about that. That title on your shoulder. You're the new DVW I Am the Table's champion. How are you feeling right now?
It's like I said before. I am the table, and I am you. This era is about to be mine. The era of insanity has begun.
Very interesting. And what do you got to say about Jimmy Darrow just storming the stage with all that happening?
Darrow. Love him like a brother. I don't know. He must still be upset about losing the title. Maybe he just doesn't have it anymore. Not sure.
Interesting. Now, I'm not sure if you saw, but Alistair, the man that put Darrow through the table, and eventually the man that lost to you, had some words to say about another match between you two. What do you think about that?
Another match. It's intriguing. Not sure how to respond, honestly.
Are you gonna take up the challenge of Alistair?
Alistair got lucky before, honestly, in that one match we had a while back. And he says I'm not DVW. I don't deserve this championship. But honestly, I'll take his challenge and prove him wrong.
Interesting inquiry by you. Oh no!
So you got the balls to show up again, huh?
Oh my God, he's back! No.
It took you long enough to come face to face with me. You were too afraid. Now you want to tell? I heard every single word that you said. I don't have it anymore. I carried this company on my back when other people.
And now I'm about to carry it on my back.
No! You shut your freaking mouth. I carried this company on my back when there were world champions that couldn't touch me. When there were people I had to pick up the slack for. When I had to face every single has-been and never was that thought they were worth a damn. You have the balls to say that I ain't got it? I swear to God, you're gonna learn some damn respect. Even if I have to beat it into you.
What do you guys say about that, Ortiz?
I say put your money where your mouth is. Put it on the table. I say let's do it in another tables match. I say let's do it in a steel cage match. Better yet, you know what? Let's do hell in a cell.
Oh my goodness. Whatever you do, don't do it on my set.
Quite frankly, you guys don't pay me enough to do it on this set. We're doing this on my terms. I'll make sure we still incorporate the table, and I'll throw you off of a damn cage if I got to. I will end my own career and yours to prove that you aren't this company. I am this company. And I am the damn table. That's coming back where it belongs.
Not as long as I still got this on my shoulder.
Oh my goodness. I oh my goodness. So are we going to expect Daro and Ortiz soon? I
You're damn right.
oh
If he
I
doesn't
hope
want
so.
to, if he doesn't want to send somebody else out, just because he doesn't have the cojones to face me himself, someone else had to put me through a table for you to get your shot. Someone else had to take me out for you to get your one shot. You couldn't
Oh,
face
well,
me man to man. You couldn't.
I may have showed up, but the numbers, they come around randomly. I took my spot. But trust me, I got plenty of cojones. Way you.
I'm excited for this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's all the time we have for both of you. Taking up a lot of time already. So I think Ortiz, Dar, I didn't expect you, but thank you both for coming. Everybody, a round of applause for this. I can't. Oh my goodness, this is heating up. Whatever you do, okay, we need security escorts so these two don't kill each other. Round of applause for them.
You don't pay me enough for security, Jerry.
I get this play out of my face.
All right. That was quite a tense situation, ladies and gentlemen. Thankfully, we are over it, and we are going to move on to our next person to come on. She's making history here tonight. The first woman to ever be on DVW Table Talk, and she made quite an impact on her debut in the DVW Women's Hardcore Gauntlet. Though she did not win, she left an impression on the new champion, Rachel Quinn. So without further ado, let me introduce Jane Voorhees.
Of course, hello, Tony.
Welcome to the show, Jane. How does it feel to make history right now? The first ever woman on Table Talk.
I've made history in a lot of ways.
A follow-up question: how did you get so big?
Born this way.
Now, all joking aside, let's talk about your debut. You debuted in the championship round of the Women's Hardcore Gauntlet. Some would say you almost got lucky that you didn't start earlier, so you didn't get that initial Rachel Quinn barrage, but you still put up a hell of a fight. How did it feel being on one of the biggest stages of the DVW and making history, being in the first ever Women's Hardcore Championship match? How did all that feel?
I'm gonna tell you this, Tony. Rachel got lucky. She's lucky she got that title. Wanna know why? Because she had her little cronies with of Noah and Envy. Because there was numerous spots that I had her. And yes, I'll admit, there were spots where I thought she had me. Because if you notice, in every single match she had for this gauntlet, where were they? They came to her beck and call. She wouldn't have that title if it wasn't for them.
Interesting.
Because I was about to have a 3 count when they had to having to show up and shadow bomb me. She wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for them in DVW.
And if you were to have another match with Rachel Quinn for that hardcore champion, would you plan accordingly for Envy and Noah?
Of course, I'm no idiot. I always plan things I do. Those two would take special planning.
Interesting. Is there any other talent that you have your eyes set on besides Rachel Quinn in that hardcore title? Is there anything else in DVW that you have your eyes set on? You have the whole world ahead of you. So the world and the roster and the locker room, DVW is your oyster right now. What are you going to do to take advantage of that?
If I can't seem to take that championship out of the clutch of the Stillwater demon assassin and her shadow cronies, I've had quite an eye on a certain Miss Carolyn Swift. She had her match at King of the Hill, walked out victorious. I'll give her all the credit in the world. But I don't think she's ready for someone of my caliber. She may knew what it was like in the cage of MMA and possibly UFC. She may think that she has the whole title that she has simply in her hands. But I guarantee you this. I guarantee you if she met me, she will know what hit her.
Now let's talk about the presence that you bring here in DVW. You are a force of nature, a true spectacle to be. You have to be seen to be believed. And I'm looking at you right now. I have to look up just to make eye contact with you. There's one other woman on this roster like that, and that's the matriarch Maria Wolf. What do you think about Maria Wolf? And though she has that flaw that you say, that has that backup, what do you think about a possible match with the matriarch down the line?
She thinks she's all big and bad just because she's the matriarch of everything. She thinks she's the big bad wolf. Please. I've met people that are twice her size and are 10 times badder than she is. She's nothing to me.
Interesting. So you're saying you're not even intimidated by Maria Wolf?
Never was.
Wow.
The fact that she thinks that just because she's big and strong doesn't mean crap to me. Okay, it really doesn't, because of how I was raised, which is something that no one on this roster has ever gone through. No one knows what it's like to be the daughter of a underworld god. No one knows what that's like except me. It's very different. And it's very difficult. I was raised to know everything about this mortal race. I fought every single day just to get a break. And because of my skills, I'm here today.
Interesting. Well, I can't wait to see those skills in action when you make your official 3D debut, which I can confirm will be on the first 3D back, which will be episode 23 this Thursday. Wait, no, 22. Oh man, episode 22. You will be making your official 3D debut this Thursday at DVW 3D, and I wish you luck there. I wish
I
you
don't
luck
need luck.
in your pursuit
I don't need
of the
luck.
hardcore division. Well,
I do not need luck. What I need to make sure is that Rachel understands this. Because I don't know if you remember, but she took my crown, supposedly, off during hers and our match. And then she calls me a fake. Oh, Rachel. I am no fake. My genetics and my history show it. I'm very successful for someone of my caliber. There have been times where I've thought about giving up. I didn't. And here I am today on your set talking about the hardcore gauntlet and everything else. 3D won't even know what's going to happen. All I can tell you is that it'll be pure darkness.
Interesting. Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens when DVW 3D descends into darkness, when Jane Voorhees makes her debut there. It's been a pleasure having you on. Everyone, a round of applause for Jane Voorhees. All right. Very interesting to have Jane Voorhees on here making history. But I think it's about that time that we get to our final segment of the night, which will be the
Nature's wrath in hand, man lit their way through the darkness. In the shadow's absence came strength, civilization, and most importantly, life. But even the most brilliant lights eventually flicker and die. And when they are gone, darkness will return. However, even the smallest spark of hope is enough to ignite change. And in time, man's passion, resourcefulness, and ingenuity led them to the tools that would help even the odds. I've had that thought. I've had those words repeated to me over and over again. Right after King of the Hill. How does it feel, Cinder? How does it feel? You had your spotlight. You had your glory. You even had your time with my briefcase. The briefcase that was destined to me. Does it feel good? Or it should. After all, chaos is a ladder. And you've been climbing each and every single run just to get what you want. To get what your little posse wants. To even get what your little bimbo of a wife wants. You've formed your own little posse, gathering all of these different champions of DVW and brainwashed them. When banded together, unified by a common enemy, they are a noticeable threat. That's what you've become, and that's what I've realized. You see, when clock struck midnight after King of the Hill, I knew that attempting to defeat you now, it just wasn't gonna cut it anymore. No matter how many times I improve and change, the result is always the same. So I decided to consult an old enemy of mine. I knew then and there that the time to settle things on my own had expired. I needed more power. So I went to the one person that I knew could give me power. The one single entity that I never thought I would decide to talk to. Salem. And she didn't give me just more power. No. She gave me an advantage. A new key to chaos, if you will. see, banded together how you are with your little Money Inc. posse, you are a threat to my quest. But divide them, place doubt into their minds, and any semblance of power they once had will wash away. Of course, you won't realize it at first. You'll always cling to your fleeting hope and your aspirations. Your little private jets and your private dinners and your $500 to $1,000 sunglasses, suits, and rings. All of the stays at the 5-star hotels. But this is merely the first move. You see, Zinda, this game is not yours to win. It's mine. Your tragic end is right before your eyes. And the end that you're trying to avoid is already here. Can't you get that through your thick skull, Zinda? This dream of yours, of you and your little posse getting rid of me, will rot on the vine. Because the evil that you've awoken the moment you took my briefcase will never, ever die. But don't fret. This isn't a threat. This is simply the truth. At the next pay-per-view, DVW Undisputed, I will use this new key to have the both of us face off where hope has no place. I will use this key to make you face me in a place where your war with me will no longer end in the peace that I was trying to achieve. At DVW Undisputed, you will be locked inside what I would now like to call Salem's new favorite playground, where the peace I wanted to achieve, that same peace, by defeating you before it was too late, will be evicted from existence, where devastation, carnage, and destruction will all be given a run for their money. A place where even hell itself will cower and tremble in fear. You want to take over DVW? You want to make the morale grim? You want to take away all of the joy and fun that this company has to offer? Then I'll show you a grim. At DVW Undisputed, for the first time in the history of this company, in the history of this movement, you and I will be locked inside of the Evernight Citadel. And this time, I will make sure that you will learn that wicked always wins. I will make sure that those specific words will be drilled into your head for all of eternity. I will make you humble, and I will make you cry that chaos briefcase over to me. The one relic that was destined for me to have. And then I'll make sure that you have nothing left to salvage inside of the Citadel. And then once I step out, I'll accidentally relock the door. That way, you'll never get out. Ever. You brought this upon yourself, Zinda. You forced my hand. And now, my hand has the key to chaos, and the key to your demise, and the key that will save DVW from Money Inc., just like how I did back in GPW. I will prove that DVW is truly wicked. Not money, not for the Zindas, but for Eric Dayville. And then once I save DVW, I will prove that I deserve to be champion. I will prove that I deserve to be on top of the mountain. I will prove that I belong in DVW. I will prove that chaos is the only way to succeed in this company. Not lying, not cheating, and definitely not stealing. And damn it, I am going to make sure that you learn the hard way. And I will make sure that you and the rest of your little posse, your cronies, your minions will fall! And that is your fate.
Did we get the feedback? Eric, once again, hacking the show. I don't know what to make of it. Eric laying down the challenge to Duke Zinda. Well, I guess we're now going to move on to our final segment of the match. Wait a minute. What the hell? Wait. No, wait, what? What are you doing here? Matt Rush is dancing. The camera can't catch it, but Matt Rush is just dancing in the crowd.
Jerry, put down the sandwich. Jerry.
Can somebody escort Matt out of the building? I think he's drunk.
Yeah. Where are the burritos? Where are the burritos?
Matt, you weren't scheduled right now.
What?
I know you made your debut in the tables gauntlet, and you did great in that, but you're not scheduled here, and you're clearly off your rocks.
Yeah. Has anybody seen Jimmy? Has anybody seen Jimmy?
My father's over by the bar.
Oh shit!
I think he's looking for you, actually.
Oh shit!
He's over by the Big Dick Dudley bar down the street.
Where I put it?
Maybe you should go find him.
Where's the burritos at? I'm hungry.
We have
burritos.
We might have some in catering.
Burritos. My burrito.
Can somebody get it? Can we get security out here?
Burrito dance.
Burrito
dance.
Matt, they're over by catering. Can you go and get some then, and go head over to the Big Dick Dudley bar down the street to go find my father, Drunkard Jimmy?
Sure.
All right.
Burrito dance.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt Rush, for being here. I mean, you weren't scheduled, but there we go. All right. See you later. I'll catch you at the after party. All right. I think we're done with the interruptions. Thank goodness. All right. I think it's now time for our final segment. What now? Okay. It was nothing big. No worries. Just a computer glitch. I think it's now time for our final segment of the match of the night, and it was this man has made history becoming the first. I'm sorry, I'm very flustered. The show got hijacked by Eric DeVille, which just showed up, just drunk as hell. Oh, I'm very flustered, ladies and gentlemen. But the show must go on. It is time to introduce the winner of the King of the Hill, the King of the Hill, the man that will go on to DVW Deadly Games April the 4th to challenge the World Heavyweight Champion. Give it up for the one and only Second City Soldier, Kyle Young.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the show, Kyle. I'm sorry about all those interruptions.
It's all good.
Hopefully we don't get one as you're talking.
Just remind me to try to pay off one of Matt's debts because I don't want him to be coming back here.
Well, let's hope for the best. Let's talk about that victory, that monumentous victory. You have made history becoming the first ever King of the Hill. How do you feel about that? I bet you're feeling amazing about it.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to put into words, Tony. I really don't. But the one thing I can say I do enjoy is that Money Inc. could not get their hands on me. So it's just funny when they thought they were going to crush my dreams and they ended up screwing themselves over in the end.
Yeah. Gotta give a big point to Dante Hex, a man that recently just gained access to the DVW. He's on the DVW roster now. Yeah, you got to give big props to Dante Hex for being able to stop the shenanigans of Jeff Matthews and Duke Zinda. But let's talk about when you showed up in the match. You showed up, you cleaned house, and then 3 major events happened. 3 major entries came in and ended up becoming the final 4. It was you. Then I believe right after you, Corey Quinn came out. A man that was a part of the DVWI semifinals, got the opportunity to become a part of the Rumble, didn't get the contract, but it was such a momentous feat of durability that he was able to withstand. He was the final 3. Then came your own brother-in-law, Takahiro Yamamoto, who has been on this crusade against you and your family. And then finally, you must have been feeling like a proud father when you saw your own son come out at number 30. Walk me by all of those major events happening while you're in the ring fending for your life against such men as Eli Robledo and Ryan Riley.
Let's start with Corey. Honestly, I gotta give him props where it's due. Him getting to through to the WVO Wrestling Invitational semifinals, was it?
It was a semifinals. He was a semifinalist, eventually losing to Dante Hex.
I'll give him props where it's due. He's a great talent. Hell, staying in the ring with a bunch of us in the Battle Royale, it also does him a great service there. So props to him for that. I just couldn't quite take out me and my son. But then we go to Takahiro. I'm not gonna curse. I almost did. Just I'm trying to be professional here.
Of course.
As you said, he is on this bit of a crusade. It's not necessarily just against my family. It's more just against me. I don't feel like trying to discuss that here on someone else on a different broadcast. So I'll discuss that on my own time on SCD because I got quite a bit to talk about that. But it's not meant for here. And as you said, yeah, it is a proud moment to be a father when you can see your own son standing across the ring from you, and he's made it to the big time. He's upholding his end. He's able to keep up with some of the talent that's been here a lot longer, like the Corey Quinns, like Tom Doyle's, like Eli Robledo's. All these men that have been at the top of the mountain, and this young kid who's not necessarily had as much training as them or as much experience, but he's able to keep pace and even eliminate them from the Rumble. It's a proud moment as a father. Just I kind of feel bad that came down to him and I.
It's something that you must have wanted, though. Again, let's talk about the Final Four. It was you, Leon, Corey, and Takahiro. I know personally that you're glad that you had that moment with your son, that you two were able to be the final two, that wasn't Takahiro trying to spoil your moment. It wasn't Corey Quinn trying to take advantage and be the true last man standing and the king of the hill. It was you and your son, and you guys laid into each other. It was not a straightforward finger poke of doom situation. You two wanted it bad enough, but at the end of the day, it was you, Kyle Young, that became the king of the hill.
As much as I hate to be the man to ruin my own son's moment, because in fairness, he earned that spot with the gauntlet match a month ago. I think was it Future Shock.
It was Future Shock.
A couple months ago. Future Shock, yeah. He earned that by outlasting most of the men in that gauntlet. Just isn't his time yet. It will be his time eventually.
I hope so. Now let's talk about what winning the King of the Hill does for you. You now have a championship opportunity at the April 4th event known as Deadly Games. How do you feel about gaining that opportunity in what some would say is the twilight of your career? When you are at your almost the end of your career, you're pushing 40, am I correct?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like for somebody of your caliber to have been in this industry as long as you have and never gotten that big opportunity. This is one of the first major world champions you would be challenging for, am I correct?
You could say that, yeah.
So
I've been I'll let you continue.
No. What were you gonna say? This is your moment, Kyle.
I've been near the top in some companies, but you're right. It's never really been a big deal. It's been usually just okay, just take it. There's never been that moment that's been worked for. Never been talked up as much as right now. It means the world to get the shot, to get the crack at the world championship. So whoever happens to be the champion, whether it's Lance, TK Rex, since I saw him at King of the Hill, or if it's somebody else
do you mind me asking about that? What was your reaction to that? TK Rex, we haven't seen him in months. He blacked out his Twitter. We didn't hear from him at all. And all of a sudden, the Islanders come out, attack Lance Romance once again, but was not for the same person they attacked Lance for before. Instead, NBS coming out, thinking we were about to have a gang war between the Islanders and NBS. They formed together to become a supergroup and to unveil their leader. TK Rex was behind NBS all along. It was his plan all along to get at the top prize, and he did that by laying waste to Lance Romance in a way we've never seen done to Lance before.
I'm going to be completely honest. It's easy to manhandle Lance after he's been beaten down by 6 men. I'd like to see him try that alone. Without anyone else backing him up, without anybody else laying the hand on Lance. Hell, I'll even say it for now. I'd like to see him try that with me.
Ooh. Whoa.
Because as much as I would enjoy seeing what he could do, he's not, I wouldn't say the brightest bulb in the shed. Considering he had to essentially let a gang beat down on the world champion just before he could get his hands on him. If he does manage to beat Lance alone, I don't care what I gotta do. I will find a way to take him down. Because right now, I'm gonna get back to the shot real quick.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the biggest opportunities of my life. I'd be damned if I let anybody stop me from getting to the top of the mountain finally. So
Interesting.
whoever it is, whether it's TK, whether it's Lance, whether it's some random Joe or like freaking Duke Zinda decides to show up, I'm taking the spot I've been working for my whole career. You can bank on that.
Wow. And I know you were talking about TK being TK having that what you would do if TK got that opportunity, but what would you feel if you faced Lance Romance?
Lance and I put on hells before. We'll do it again. Same answer as before. Lance, you're good and all, bud. I'm not letting this chance slip right by.
Interesting. Now, let's deviate a bit into back to Corey Quinn about what happened before King of the Hill when Leon Young was giving the opportunity to people in the DVWI to show why they are here. And 2 men took advantage of that, and that was Corey Quinn and Devlin, and they are slowly forming this almost partnership. Are you worried that this could lead to them almost taking over DVW and gaining the numbers advantage on Leon Young? Because it seemed like that's their prime target.
I'd like to say this real quick to them. If you're going to try to get the numbers advantage, well, nice try, because family protects family.
Ooh.